Good afternoon. This is a Tech Trick Tuesday on a formative assessment tool. As a teacher, you're needing to give feedback to not just one student, but to an entire class. And this information that you assess them on, with this tech trick, you'll be able to email that individual student their results, and then as other students are presenting, you'll be able to directly email their results as well. We're going to do that using the power of Google tools, one of them being Google Forms, Google Sheets, and a Google Sheets add-on called FormMule. We'll begin in Google Sheets, and what you'll need to start off with is to make sure that you include the student name, and under the student name the options will be the student email addresses. This is important if you want them to be emailed directly to that individual student. After that, you can put in the form whatever you'd like to provide them with feedback on, depending on what standards and objectives you're grading to. If we take a look at a live form and go through this just for the demonstration purpose and fill in some information, you'll get an idea of what it will look like as students are receiving their information via the email. In order to set that up, we're going to head back to the editing portion of Google Forms, and we're going to click on Responses. In Responses, we're going to select the green icon that says Create New Spreadsheet, and again, Create down here. It'll create a new spreadsheet with the responses that I just submitted, as well as the headers of the different types of feedback that I was looking for and that I'll be providing students with. The next step is we're going to set up the add-ons. We're going to click on Add-ons and then go to Get Add-ons. Here we're going to search for FormMule. The result will come up with the FormMule email merge utility. Mine says manage, yours will say plus and free if you haven't downloaded it yet. So you can click that and then accept the terms. Once you've done that, you'll head back to add-ons and you're going to select FormMule and say launch. Within this add-on, we're going to select the sheet that contains the email addresses, and that would be Form Responses 1. That's the name of the sheet. Next, we're going to say this form trigger. We're going to turn this on so that once we submit that form, we know that the student will be emailed directly. And then we'll click Next. We can leave the settings here just as they are and say Save Template Settings. And then head over to Next, and we're going to create the template. When we're in the template, you're going to select this To section. This is the email that will be required. So if I click in here, I'm then going to come over here, and all of these merge tags are the different types of questions or the different types of feedback that I was giving a student on. So I'm going to select student name, and if you remember, in the form, the student name question included an email address. So when I click on that and I see the student name in brackets, that means it's going to pull from whatever response was in the form. The next, I'm going to select the subject. And then once they open the email, the body of the email would look something like this. Hello student, thank you for presenting today. Below you can see some of the feedback that I've given you based on the information you provided us. And then I'm going to press return a couple times, and I'm going to pull from, again, these merge tags. So the first title that I had was presentation topic. So you can see in the email it'll say presentation topic, and in parentheses it will include whatever it is that I had typed in. And then I'm going to press return a couple times again and continue this process all the way down my list of merge tags, so that I make sure that everything that I filled in for the student, they will then have access to. So I can head to preview this, and this is what the email will look like as the student receives it. So you'll see in the body of this is my message, and then the information based on the feedback that I gave to a student after I watched or while I was watching their presentation. So I'm going to say preview and send all. I think this looks okay. Then it's just asking me to confirm that yes, this is what I'd like to send, and I'm going to say to send now. And now, if I look back at this spreadsheet, I can scroll over to the right-hand side and see that sent status, and I can see that an email was sent to my email address, and it will contain all of this information. So if I now go to my email address, I will see at the top, yep, here's some feedback for me. And in the body of the email is the information and the feedback that the teacher would have given me. Now, anytime that I'm in my form and I submit another response, depending on what student I select, I can provide them with the same information using the same form, and the feedback will be given to them through this mail merge called FormMule. Hope you find that helpful. Good luck.